Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Side of Sauce podcast, a podcast that has recently discovered how to be consistent with its uploads. Crazy, isn't it?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Today, we're joined once again by the lovely bisexual king himself, Johnny.
Oh, I thank you.
But
Well, thank
today,
you.
we're joined by another returning guest. He hasn't been on in a little bit, but he's back again, full steam, full powered here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, it is me, Maddie,
Yeah,
also
Maddie.
known as Scully in previous uploads.
Yeah, we got him back. We got a
Got the
trio
boy.
here. We got all of us back here.
We got
And
the trios. We going into Apex now.
yeah,
Yeah,
where are we dropping? I don't know. I've never played
where
Apex.
are we dropping?
Have you seen the new season 4 for Fortnite? The crazy skin.
I know they have the
Doomslayer?
Doomslayers as skin.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they
saw the
do?
Doomslayer, and
Yes.
I saw Doomslayer, and I legitimately thought about picking that game up.
They have Doomslayer. Who else do they have? They have some other things I saw from gosh.
They
I'm
had The
blanking.
Witcher. I remember that.
The Witcher. That's who it was. Geralt. Yeah, they Geralt,
Dude, that's kind of
Doomslayer. You can be the Mandalorian versus the Doomslayer. Who's gonna win an all-out duel?
Dude,
Oh,
you can be
God.
Mandalorian versus John Wick.
Yeah, that's
oh
true.
shit! You could no, you could do Son Goku versus John Wick. It's not a fair fight.
Don't they have
Or-
the U.S.
Or you
presidents?
couldn't.
The
They
U-
don't have the U.S.
I
president.
was gonna say,
Yo,
you
could
could
you
do like
Abraham
Abraham
Lincoln doing
Lincoln
a Kamehameha?
versus like I was gonna say Abraham Lincoln versus Goku, the ultimate duel of the
Yo,
centuries.
Why
John.
would they have the U.S. president in Fortnite?
Because it'd be kind of cool. You'd be Abraham Lincoln. You come down, you pop the gritty after killing a whole squad.
Abraham
Hold up.
Lincoln popping the green.
John
You
F.
know, be great.
John F. Kennedy post assassination versus Rick Sanchez.
Oh my lord.
You mean dead?
Post
Post
assassination?
assassination? Isn't that dead?
So
Yeah.
he's just dead. That's what you're telling me.
So you have this dead man versus the smartest man in the universe. Obviously, is that? Wait, hold up. I have to know. Is
You
there
just
a
have
pickle
this,
Rick
this
costume?
dead man versus.
I don't think there's pickle.
I'm going
Rick.
to be
There might
genuinely
actually.
surprised if there's not a pickle Rick costume in that game, because that seems obvious. That seems like a no-brainer. Because they have
There
that in
might actually.
multiverses.
Do they? Damn.
No, they don't. Nope, it's not there. Wow.
They do a regular
I'm
one, though,
I'm
but not that
genuinely
one, yeah.
surprised. Okay. That needs I want that to happen. If that happens, I will pick up Fortnite.
I really wish they had like the U.S. president, because like imagine being like Obama, freaking Abraham Lincoln, and gosh darn it, JFK coming in with your trios and just coming in and just wiping out an entire squad,
You
dude.
could just
That'd be
reenact.
the
Getting
most-
getting a dub
Wait a
as
second.
Obama would be the
They
highlight of my
do.
life.
Yo, Scully, I forgot something.
What?
So apparently, I remember one of our someone told me apparently that in the lore for Fortnite, I kid you not, Jonesy or whatever the hell is a clone of JFK. I'm not kidding.
What?
No, I think they were trolling you, mate.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't think Jonesy is a clone of JFK. I don't
Pretty
think
sure.
so.
Hold up.
Pretty
This
sure.
is interesting. This is an interesting conversation we're having here. Jonesy from Fortnite. A clone.
Wasn't it was someone like one of the sleeper agents was like a clone of JFK or some shit?
I think that would be. I
What?
think that'd be kind of a bad idea because you're constantly a target on the back of your head, both literally and
What do you
figuratively.
mean? John Fortnite? Wait, what?
I genuinely don't know if you're messing with me, but I also feel like this is such an amazing detail that I want to believe it.
I'm pretty sure it was this. I thought it was. I'm looking into it right now. I'm like, hold up, maybe I'm just tweaking.
Dude, you're definitely tweaking. There's no fucking way.
I hope you're not tweaking, and I hope this is real.
Dude, because I remember saying that, I was like, yo, that's actually not the worst thing I've ever heard. Like, that's kind of funny.
Like that is
This is
funny. I like that. That's funny.
Stupidest shit I have ever heard.
This is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
God.
Like father, like clone.
Oh my lord.
I think I killed Scully.
Jones.
I genuinely hope this is real. This has to be.
There's no way.
What have you found? Have you found anything?
I have not. I'm trying to find him on the wiki, but let me just Google directly.
Jonesy alien. I hate the fact that if I look up Jonesy Fortnite, the third option is Jonesy Fortnite underwear.
Oh. Let's go.
Let's go. Imagine pulling up to the sex party, and you are ballin' with the Jonesy Fortnite underwear.
The Jonesy Fortnite.
The Jonesy
no way.
Fortnite underwear. I don't think anyone could stop. I don't think anyone could stop you. You're just the most powerful being at that party.
God.
But since we've gotten off the rails so fast, so quickly, I'm going to attempt to put us back on track. So before we talk about the major elephant in the room that's been happening for like the past couple weeks, before we talk about him, I want to detour us just a little bit. There's something a little bit more lighthearted. Something I found really funny, because I was recently browsing like today when I was like searching for like, hey, any last things that we could talk about on the podcast on Twitter today. I was looking and I was reminded about the trailer for a new movie coming up called Cocaine Bear.
What?
I've been seeing that everywhere online. What is it?
So Cocaine Bear is a retelling of the events that happened in like I think it was the 70s, where like $15 million worth of cocaine was eaten by a bear. But instead of like the bear just like convulsing and like foaming at the mouth and just dying right there on the scene, he like goes on like a murderous rampage. And it looks so funny. Not in like a this is gonna be a genuinely good movie, but like I'm definitely going to be sitting my ass in the theater on February 24th to watch this movie.
That's a day.
Damn,
that's crazy.
Could you? It should have been on Valentine's Day. Honestly, it would have been a perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Movie.
It's like I was gonna say the day before Valentine's Day, but then it's the 14th.
Yeah.
My brain died.
Honestly, when I first saw it, I thought that was also the day for Valentine's Day. So I'm not even gonna lie. I genuinely was about to call it a Valentine's Day movie up until like 2 seconds before I said it.
God, I took a bullet for you there.
We both would have looked dumb on camera, but it's fine. However,
God.
I'm still genuinely looking forward to that movie. There's like apparently some TikTokers in that movie, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna die, so I'm gonna enjoy it.
There is a TikToker.
There's I don't know. He's like one of the medics. He like walks. He's like in like the first scene of that trailer where he like walks in, and you see like the other people dead, and the cocaine bear is like rattling in the fucking closet. So
stupid.
It is a genuinely stupid premise for a movie, but I do love that. As someone who like loves film, someone who like really enjoys it, and kind of a little bit of a schnob about it, I do think there is room for movies like this. Movies that are just completely stupid, dumb, but it almost has like the same area as like those Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah.
Where they're just stupid.
Yeah.
They're just dumb, but they're also really fucking entertaining, and they're just a joy just to sit down and laugh because they're so stupid.
Dog, I'm gonna have to agree with Scully. Honestly, I've done all the searching. You're like, and I remember there was some screenshot of, and honestly, it probably was a meme I saw, and I just took it for granted. But some dumb shit they're talking about, like,
why?
And the way it was explained made sense, because remember it was right around that time when they were doing all those portals and time travel things, and they were like, I was like, okay, cool, it makes sense, whatever. It was just my boomer brain, I might not be a boomer physically, but I might as well mentally be one.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
What? It doesn't. Huh?
In my headcanon, Jonesy is a clone of JFK.
JFK, yeah, dog for real.
Honestly,
dude, you got me fucked up.
The best headcanon I've ever heard. So, with all of our little shenanigans out the way, I think we can jump into the big meat and potatoes of today. The big news that's been going on. We have to talk at least a little bit about Kanye and his wild shenanigans he's been up to.
Shenanigans is just one way to put it.
That is one way to put it. He's been on a rampage. He's been saying fucking crazy things. I know everyone's probably heard about before he went on the Alex Jones show, he was on Tim Pool's podcast. Like, crazy that he was even on there for the first of all. And that he was discussing with one of the hosts, the host Tim Pool, and he was like,
yeah,
yep.
He was like, I can't believe these people are the problem. We can't name them because they're these people and they'll get upset. And he's like, no, I don't think Jews are the problem. And then Kanye got mad and rage quit the fucking podcast.
Dude, Kanye has lost
Kanye,
it.
are you okay?
Kanye has been losing it for a while. I think it's fair to say that. Like we were talking about right before we got in there. He's always been kind of weird, but it seems like a lot of people have come to realize
Oh, like he's really weird. He's
Like
got
he
some
wasn't
weird ass ideas.
like I never really cared for him. I would just hear like some of the crazy shit he would say or do, and I'd be like,
Yeah,
wow, that is definitely like
interesting.
that's an interesting man. I guess probably a little bit deranged, but you know, whatever. Like rich celebrities are a little, at least a little bit
Yeah,
insane. But then it comes to light how fucking insane this man is when he goes
I'm
on
like
the Alex
whoa.
Jones show and he starts talking about how he loves Hitler.
Well, like he was saying some crazy stuff before the Alex Jones show. But the Alex Jones show was sort of
The
like,
Yeah,
Alex
he was
Jones show
talking
is like
about like a
the
Jewish conspiracy
yeah.
theorist and all these crazy crap. Like Kanye, my guy, like it's chill, my guy. That's like, if you want, you could draw that conspiracy, sure, but like you could do that with anyone. He's just going off bonkers.
He is I think he just misreads like a bunch of shit and then he's like obviously it's these Jews and it's like
I mean, if you
dude.
think about it this way, if you were to go look around at all the Christian people you know, you could easily say all these Christian people must be working together. Like, I mean, dude, come on, that's
I mean they're
ridiculous.
all working together for a Bible, yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure, I
Yeah, I mean, like,
guess.
but like that's just it's absurd to like he's being stupid,
He's being insane, he's
he
being
is.
crazy.
literally being the dumbest. Like the God, man, like
Dude,
I
it's
don't even know how to like explain out.
if you told
Yeah.
me like a year ago that Kanye West would be on live TV talking about how much he loves Hitler and how he did good things, I would call you stupid because that sounds dumb.
There's this meme channel I follow on Instagram called Sus News Network, and what they do is they post just like obviously ironic or like fake-ish like looking stories and things that are funny. And what is it? They still use post tons of Kanye ones because Kanye ones are funny, you know, because Kanye is known for doing the stupidest, weirdest, most random shit.
Yeah.
And they've just stopped doing that with Kanye. They just post actual Kanye stories of what's happening with Kanye because he's just literally he's gone insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, reality is weirder than fiction at this point.
Yeah, it's like they can't make anything up at this point. They're like, I literally saw this morning talking about him and the Nazi stuff and Hitler, and I was like, okay, like, then I looked it up and I was like, dog, this is insanity.
Yeah.
I just can't believe out of everyone he could have chosen to like be like his savior, his idol, to like be like this fucking crazy person. He out of all people he chose fucking Hitler. Hitler. This fuck like I my brain literally explodes trying to think about it cuz this makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Dude, I can't believe
horrible
there's
as it-
still people defending him. Like I was looking online, I saw people being like, "No, you guys don't understand him." It's like, dog, what is there to understand?
Bro, he just needs to get back
Literally.
on his medication and just needs to go away.
Dude, I think he needs
Honestly,
more than that.
I don't know what it is. Maybe he's mentally ill. Maybe he's been like this for a while.
Oh,
He's
he is definitely
deteriorated.
mentally ill, for sure.
Lord
For sure.
knows. Well, he could be mentally ill in the. I mean, yes, obviously, it's yeah, okay. But what I meant more than there could be something obviously like, oh, okay, this is clear that the problem is easily addressable, as in like, oh, this he's suffering from this or that or whatever, or oh,
Yeah.
he's whatever deprived of this. But who knows at this point?
Honestly, who knows? Like, I genuinely hope the best for him, but also kind of like fuck you for like saying like a bunch of the horrible shit that he has. Because it's like, to me, it's like one thing if you say something horrible and it's like a joke, like you and your friends are joking around. That's
Mhm.
like one thing.
I mean, to a degree.
To a
I don't
degree,
think you
it's-
can just. I don't think you can excuse everything as a
Yeah,
joke,
you definitely
personally.
can. You know, there's definitely a line, definitely. Even with like all of us, there's definitely a line. But like,
Yeah, that is true.
but like, to have the platform that you do, and to like go up on like these major networks and like say all this crazy shit, it's just so A, irresponsible, and B, dangerous.
Well, I gotta wonder. It got me wondering at least like. Has he, you know, like we were talking about, you know, he's always been odd, but has he been truly, you know, this ill or whatever, or this he might not who even knows what it is. It might not just be just that could be him being around people that are influencing him
I
and
definitely think that.
misguiding him. But what I was going to say is like, is it that he's always been like this, or has all the fame and the platform negatively affected him? Because
I think it's a combination.
because I gotta imagine, yeah, like he was held up there on a pedestal. Like Kanye was like,
Here's
I
here's
don't even listen to his music, and I thought Kanye was pretty sick. I was like, that guy's cool. He's an innovator. He's a musician. He's an artist. He's all these things. But like, it's insane. Like, my God, man. Like,
Here's a hot take from me. I think once you get to like a level of fame like Kanye or like anyone similar, it's really difficult to be like mentally stable. Because you have
it's
so many.
also
Yeah.
hard to be restrained because, like, think about like famous producers and stuff. The more famous they get, the longer their movies are because nobody's really going to tell them, "Hey, boss, you got to cut that out of that movie."
Yeah.
It just but it's not. That's just a good way to look at it. But that's not the only way it bleeds. But if no one's going to tell Kanye no for this, this, and this, it's harder and harder to tell him no for other things.
I think Kanye is also just surrounded by like a bunch of yes men who are just like who just
Yeah.
don't challenge his ideas. Because I think it is genuinely important to have like friends or like other people in your lives who can like you can like have discussions with like a back and forth
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I just think a lot of people like Kanye just lack that. They just don't have it, obviously. Because
Imagine that. Honestly, I think it's kind of silly to guess because we're never really going to know, most likely,
I know it.
exactly
Yeah, we're
what
never gonna
caused it.
exactly know, but yeah, we'll never exactly know. But I still think there are some like at least reasonable assumptions that you could probably make
Fair
just
enough.
looking
Fair
at him.
enough.
But yeah, that's the whole Kanye situation. It is really fucked. I genuinely feel really bad for him. Please seek help.
I don't
Please
feel
go
bad
away.
for him.
Yeah,
I think he's getting what he deserves. All the hate he's getting.
Yeah,
I mean, I look at it as clearly someone that is like in the right mind or thinking rationally would not be wouldn't have these beliefs or saying these things. So I gotta imagine he's probably not. This isn't like oh yeah, I'm doing this out of hatred or whatever. He's just misguided and probably mentally ill.
yeah. I just have to imagine it's because he's like mentally ill. That's my best guess. Although
I doubt
just
he has
be
these beliefs
biologically-
out of pure just I like to have these mean beliefs because I want to be whatever.
I
hurt
mean,
people.
he may be mentally ill, sure, but that's not necessarily an excuse for everything.
It's
You
not an
can't-
excuse.
not-
It's a
not.
reason.
You're right.
I'm not saying you shouldn't condemn him for his what he said and
He
hold
should-
accountable.
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying
should
I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, you like even if you are like that's like another thing like I see a lot is like even if you are mentally like sick or unstable, you still don't get a free pass just because you
Yeah.
are for your actions
True.
or what you say.
Exactly. It's a reason to look at it and understand it. I see it, but
Yeah,
I don't
it's a-
see it as like
yeah,
it
it's a way
doesn't
to
justify it.
It's a way to like okay, I get why you're doing it, but you still have it's like I
Mhm.
can't just like go into a store and like shit on the floor and be like, "Oh, I'm mentally unstable." They'll be like, "Oh, I get it, but you still have to be detained and probably put under."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I think we've said our bit about Kanye. Unless you guys have something to add.
No.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
think
Just
that
nuts.
sounds good.
Okay, so the next story.
Disappointing.
So the next story is a lot more lighthearted. We're gonna talk about some Legos.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
Legos
yeah.
are fucking awesome.
Quality
I saw
of
the
life.
image you posted on your story, Johnny, of the girl with the fucking Lego underwear.
There's this artist and she makes all these different clothes. That's just the one that I thought was the funniest. But she makes tons of things. Like she'll make shoes out of like baguettes
Mhm.
or like thermos bottles and like hats that are made out of like pieces of PVC pipe or like all these crazy. One of them was she made a bikini set out of Legos, and I was like, "Bruh, this is art."
It really is. That is, I love that. I would honestly, if I had a pair of underwear like that, I don't think I would be able to stop. I think I'd just be building shit, and they'd be like, "Hey, what the fuck
You'd
are
be
you
making the
doing?"
building sound just.
the Lego video game sound effect. Oh my god, that's amazing. But also, I want to talk about because I just found this out when I was like doing a little bit of research into like the Lego stuff that's been
Yeah.
happening recently. So apparently, in 2024, we're getting Lego sets based on Dungeons and Dragons,
Apparently,
think
I
is-
saw, yeah.
which is
Is that going
awesome.
to be like tied in with the movie that's coming out?
Does the movie come out in 2024? I thought it came out next year.
Well, I don't know. I was just curious. Like,
I don't think
what
it
was the
is tied
significance?
with. I think it's I don't think it is because I think it's like more like here's some ideas for like almost like how Lego Ideas works. It was like here's some ideas for like Lego sets. Vote which one you want because I think there's a couple that you can vote on right
It's
now.
for the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons, so they're having a competition. People are voting on,
Yeah.
and they're submitting ideas for sets. And
Okay.
so they're gonna do one based off it. They're gonna choose one.
Honestly, I hope this set does really well and they just like make more of it. I love the idea of Legos Dungeons and Dragons. I love it so much.
I like the idea of So like I think it'd be great if they made Legos like this is a simple way to play Dungeons and Dragons. So you can use Dungeons and Dragons rules and use
Yeah.
Lego things here instead of. But if they're gonna try and like franchise it, like oh these are Dungeons and Dragons theme nights and Dungeons and Dragons themes this and like make more play sets, I think that's as a franchise like a in-universe thing that's gonna be kind of goofy. But if they made like for actual playing the game, that'd be awesome.
I think even if they made playsets and like it was mostly like, here's a rogue and like an owl bear, or here's like a what's a bard and like a gelatinous monster. You know, if it was like that, I think that would be pretty cool
Get
too.
that?
I think
But
that'd be
I
kind
feel
of cool.
like that defeats. It's kind of it doesn't. It I guess it just goes into the IP more. That doesn't actually fit the Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons. That's just me being a snooty nerd, but like I get that.
But I'm just still genuinely really excited for it. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
But also, I wanted to talk about some of the Lego ideas sets that were submitted, and they are like officially they won, and they're gonna make some of them. So we have the Lego A cabin. So it's like a giant cabin. It's gonna be like shaped like the letter A, and it looks really cool.
Okay.
I'm really excited for it. I think it's like
That sounds pretty cool.
$150, something like that. You know, that's my
not
only thing with
terrible.
Lego is like, it eats through your wallet like crazy.
It really does.
That and Warhammer. Warhammer eats through your wallet. My wallet is crying every time I go to like our local game store.
I have not gotten so long because if I did go, I would
Dude,
be bad.
sometimes I go in there and I just like look around and I don't buy anything. I like the vibe of being there. It's like Barnes and Nobles, you know?
Yeah. Dog, I feel like I'm. Man, like dang, you making me want to go. I'm just like.
Dude, honestly,
I shouldn't.
we should
I
just
feel like
go just to
Anakin.
play again. Because I know they have those game rooms in the back. We should just go to play.
They do.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if I go, I'm gonna guarantee to get something. I guarantee it.
I will guarantee to smooch you on the lips.
He is just like me
Dude,
for
just
real.
like me for real. So here's also a question I wanted to ask.
Yes.
Yes. I wanted to ask if you guys could have a Lego set based off any IP that isn't already a Lego set, like at all. What would
Gravity
you?
Falls.
What?
Gravity Falls.
Oh, okay. That was quick.
I've been. Yeah,
was quick.
because the Lego Ideas has been like submitted multiple times, and it's every time Lego turns it down.
Yeah.
Is it Lego turning it down specifically, or is it like there are things they can't resolve? Maybe like there's something with the IP. Maybe like because was it Cartoon Network or Disney that put it out?
Disney.
Cartoon
Disney.
Network? So like maybe
Disney.
Disney Channel, there's something because of how they released it that they're not allowed to use it. I don't know, some licensing thing. Who knows? Or is it specifically because of Lego?
I think
I
it's
don't know.
I think it specifically has to be like the owners of the IP. Because I think Lego, as long as it's not like a super mature, like
Oh no, it's
IP.
not that. It's not that it doesn't qualify per se. I would just assume they would say it wouldn't be. There's some reason they don't want to do it. Maybe they don't like it, or who
Yeah,
knows.
I get that. I think what would you pick for like a Lego like sets?
See, I'm not really sure, honestly.
See, this is difficult because I'm also trying to think of like in terms of like things that haven't already been Lego. Because I would like love Sonic's like sets. I would love that, but it's already been like one set. So I'm trying to think of something different, more out of the box.
There's plenty of things I can think of that are like, oh, I would love that to be made out of Lego. But there's something that like I'm trying to think of something like, oh, that would benefit to be made out of Lego. Like if I just say Lego Destiny, two things I like, that doesn't really like. There's no real benefit of making it out of Lego. It's just cool.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, that should be Lego. Like that would be the
You know,
sickest things.
The two things
So,
that are like in my mind, I think a regular show Legos would be cool.
that'd be cool.
But I also think it would be difficult because those characters are like fucking wacky as hell. And I
They're,
think Lego
they're pretty
Godzilla.
simple.
Lego Godzilla.
Lego Godzilla would be great. I would
Lego
love
Godzilla
that.
would
They
be
made
so
like
cool.
16-inch tall, 24-inch tall, like brick
Mhm.
built like semi-posable creatures. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, and they base them off like the different monsters from the movies, like Ghidorah and Mothra. I would fucking
Oh,
love Mothra.
I'll tell you
as a
exactly
Lego
what it would
set.
be for Lego.
What?
It's not an IP per se, but I would just want another Gundam specific or mech specific or whatever you call
Ooh,
that
like yeah.
theme.
I love
Exo Force.
one of my favorite things to do is like look at those like Lego sets that I wouldn't usually buy. Like those like
Mhm.
3-in-1, like oh here's an alligator and a snake or a
Yeah.
frog. And,
and seeing what you can make out of it.
yeah, and you buy those and then you could see that you could make like a mech out of it and you're like, whoa, that's fucking cool. I'm gonna do that. That shit's cool.
Jeez.
I love that so much.
That shit is super cool.
That is awesome.
I love that.
And you said Gravity Falls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have
Yeah.
like mechs, Gravity Falls, Godzilla. Lego, get the fuck on it. I'll
What
let
was
you
your
know
favorite overall IP
my favorite overall IP. Ooh, that's a
for
good question.
Legos? For Legos, I mean,
Um,
like, or franchises, either specifically Lego or Lego One in general. So if
not
it's Lego Star Wars,
specifically,
that's fair.
not specifically my
But
favorite franchise that is a Lego, but like the sets that are in Lego. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So
Or it could be either or, whatever you prefer. Which one's your favorite?
my
For
in
whatever
terms
reason.
of like sets like they've made, I think probably Star Wars, because Star Wars just has like
Okay.
a good selection of like different ships, different minifigs, like that the whole genre. That this shit they have like a good diversity
Yeah.
for like anyone.
I'd
Uh,
probably have to agree. That or Exo Force for me.
yeah, okay. But I would also like to bring up like I wouldn't say Jurassic Park, even though I do
Mhm.
like Jurassic Park more than I like Star Wars. But I think in terms of Lego sets, they've only had like a few good ones. Because a lot
Yeah,
of them are kind of just
Yeah.
like you're buying this for the dinosaur in it, and the
pretty
build is
much.
kind of shit. You know, it's
I
like
feel like
Yeah.
here's a car.
most of them are just like the playsets. I don't know. I don't really like a lot of the Jurassic Park playsets. I feel like they're not that great.
Yeah, the
Like the
playsets are.
big like collector ones, like the park gate they had, or
Mm,
the car stuck in the mud. I thought those were really good. But a lot of the like playsets, I don't think are good at all.
yeah,
Even as a kid, I didn't really care about that. I just wanted the dinosaurs or the minifigs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have both of the display Jurassic Park ones. Also, I didn't tell you guys, but what happened to the gate? So I have the from the gate set. I have the T Rex built, like it's like
Yeah.
in full. However, the gate is not. The gate is in like
What
bits and
happened?
pieces right now in my like in a little box. I'm going to build it whenever I have the time to. So what happened was before I moved into the current house I'm in, I'm living at the last house. I have unfortunately these fat fucks called cats.
Ah,
I love
And I
cats.
put it on top because I thought, oh, the cats can't reach up there; they're too small. And I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna, do my thing, make
That was a
money.
mistake.
And I've made the mistake of trusting them and not locking my door.
oh
I
no.
come home, and my younger brother is like trying his gosh darnest, bless him. He is trying his hardest to just put it back together. He's like he's gonna be so mad if he comes home and sees this destroyed on the floor, his hopes and dreams. And I walk in and I'm so mad at first because I thought he broke it. And then he explains to me right before I'm about to like punch him into the shadow realm. He's like, no,
But you just banish his body.
before I hit him so hard he turns into vapor. You know.
Like
He's
that
like,
scene from The Punisher. He's
yeah,
like, no, 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 no,
exactly.
no.
No. Wait. But yeah, he explains to me in his almost last like dying hopes that it was the cats that did it, and I was like, fuck, can't hit a cat.
You ever read the H.P. Lovecraft book, The Rats in the Walls?
The rats in the walls. Honestly, I've been really interested in reading H.P. Lovecraft. I have not yet, but I've been to like our local bookstore over here, and I've seen him on like the shelves, and I'm like, I should.
There's this one story, The Rats in the Walls, and it's about this guy who keeps hearing these rats in the walls, and it's like the book ends with like it was the rats in the walls, and
The
it's just
rats,
like
the rats in the wall,
the cats in the
the
walls.
cats in the wall. I would not recommend
Speaking
anyone.
of cats and the rats on the walls,
What? I
Are
don't
you
get
gonna
it.
don't mention H.P. Lovecraft's cat?
that's the one where they talk about the cat.
Oh
The-
my god, I would not recommend
Yeah.
anyone searching up H.P. Lovecraft's cat name. It's funny, but it's also not. Don't look it up. Oh my god.
It's just racist.
I don't
It's-
remember his cat's name.
I'm glad you don't
I read
remember because I remember vividly
Good.
the moment when someone told me like, "Hey, have you ever heard H.P. Lovecraft's cat's name?"
Dude, I was listening to the Rats on the Walls, the audiobook on YouTube, and I was falling asleep or whatever, like in my bed, and I just hear them start using. Then I was, what the heck?
Wait.
Because I just fallen asleep and it
Is
woke
his
me up. I was like,
cat's
what?
name in the book?
There's a cat in the book
And
that
he's-
has a bad name for his name.
Oh my god.
I don't remember that.
It's just the N word, essentially. That's the cat's name.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Yeah, for no reason. Like, it's like,
It's-
okay, H.P. Lovecraft's like, that wasn't necessary. and it just comes out of nowhere. He just mentions, "Oh, my cat," and he mentions, like, bro, like, come on, dude, like, that was uncalled for.
Bro,
What the fuck?
that's like a hit below the belt. Like you're just not expecting it. Like that's fucking unfair.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Don't do that to me.
Apparently, he was even racist, like extra racist for his day. Apparently, which is that was the when I truly learned to separate the art from the artist. Because H.P.
Yeah.
Lovecraft was a person, not cool.
That's a
Kind
that's
of
a
Yeah.
that's
kind
a,
of cringe.
I think that's also like a
His
very important
works
discussion
pretty chill,
that
somewhat.
needs to be had. Is like separating the art from the artist. I was recently talking about this with Sandra recently, and it was like,
And me, literally last discussion on the podcast.
Did we? Oh yeah, we
Yes!
did. We did have it. Yes.
I was like, no, literally me.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
Literally me.
Dude, speaking about things we talked about last time on the podcast, because I have it here written in my notes that I want to talk about. We not last time, but the time before that, we were talking about like
Mhm.
Bigfoot. It got me so nostalgic to like go and rewatch like the old shitty Bigfoot shows that they would post on like Animal Planet. And I've been like, I
Mhm.
have Discovery Plus, so I'm watching them, and they're so bad, but I
Oh,
can't
no.
stop smiling when I watch them. They're so
Like,
great.
there were so many seasons of those things. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
there's like a ridiculous amount. There's like 19 seasons of finding Bigfoot, and they never fucking found him. So why the fuck is there 19 seasons
Because
of this shit?
truthfully, the show is very much was a scam, and that's like
Yeah, it is.
not just like not just obviously like that's come like official. Like you could argue before, sure, but like it's like official. Oh, it was like, yeah, a scam more or less.
I used to genuinely believe that one day they were gonna find it in that show. It was like a little like 10-year-old boy sitting
I
there.
always did, and then one day my dad was like, he's like, I feel like if. And he didn't say it meanly. He was like, I feel like if they found him, we probably wouldn't hear about it. Because he used to watch this with me all the time. He's like, I feel like we wouldn't hear about it on this show. I feel like we kind of hear on the news. And I remember I was thinking, like, my mind had been open. I was like, he's right.
Yeah, I feel like if we did, they wouldn't like hold up, everyone. Wait for finding Bigfoot, and then we'll release the news.
Let the story break.
Yeah. I also feel like sometimes I feel like if we did find him, nobody would say anything. Like if they found him, like they would purposely hide that shit sometimes, but at the same time that's like fucking ridiculous.
Not necessarily. I think it's I don't think it's likely, but I think like being able to discuss and articulate why you disagree with something is always important.
me,
It's like
if Bigfoot existed, I think it died like a very, very long time ago. When that video, like almost when that video was recorded, it must have died like shortly afterwards.
no, Bigfoot was definitely a scam. Like, I believe the
I'm
guy who
I'm inclined to believe you, Scully, but like when I watched that original
like my
Robert Patterson video, that video when you deep dive analyze it, it is genuinely really hard
compelling.
to debunk it.
It's pretty compelling.
But
It really is.
it's really hard to debunk
really
it. But
not,
there's also
though.
no evidence after the fact, so I'm also compelled to believe you. But that specific video, I will.
No, so the thing is like my dad was telling me about this. The guy knew someone who made film quality like ape suits.
Yeah, so
And I believe he even custom ordered one from the guy.
I
So
forget
like
his name, but the story it goes like
It's not actually true.
supposedly after many years, this guy comes out and he like tells a story like, "Hey, I made the suit." However, there's no receipts of him making the suit. There's no evidence of him making the suit. For some reason, it just doesn't appear, and for some reason, he can't replicate the suit. And for some reason, it just there's no receipts. There's nothing,
And the suits he made were not the same type.
Yeah.
They were very different use.
And back in the day, before they could use like CGI or like if the animal was too dangerous to be have in in a fucking movie or TV show, they used to put a guy in a costume, and the guy who was like one of the most I don't even remember this guy's name, but like one of the most famous people to ever dress up and like do animals in in Hollywood. He watched the video, and they were asking him like, "Hey, could you do what was in this video?" And he was like, "I'm good, but not that good." So it just I'm compelled to believe that Bigfoot is like not a real thing, but like that video is like, "Whoo, shit, man. That is like good. That is some good fucking thing to like debunk. That it's really difficult."
I don't know. It's like it doesn't seem likely.
I agree.
Like,
I agree with you. At the end of the day, I agree with you.
learning about cryptids. I think they're really cool.
Yeah.
But I think like all of them are not necessarily fake, but like they're explainable
think-
without them being aliens.
I think
you know.
most of them are fake. I will give you that. I think most of
Well,
them are.
yeah, like what I mean by
I think-
fake is like I don't like most of them. Like they're not lies necessarily, but you know they're not like a monster. You know what I
There
mean?
was
Yeah.
identification
I
stuff.
wouldn't-
Yeah, like the common one where like Mothman's probably some type of bird that people mistook.
Yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily fake. You know, they
Mhm.
saw something, they didn't realize what it was.
What about like would you consider like sorry, I was gonna say like krakens and stuff, which so technically we've come to find out, they are real technically. They can't quite do what they did in the myths, like come out of the water and grab ships down, probably, but like
yeah.
You're talking about the colossal squids?
colossal squids, giant squids, colossal octopus, coconut.
Yeah,
octopus,
so
is it
there's
coconut octopus?
there's
Yeah.
the coconut octopus, and then there's also they're actually, I'm pretty sure they're called giant man-eating squid, but they're giant squid, and there are some videos on YouTube if you guys are interested. They're actually pretty cool. They talk about one of the guys and his teams that actually went out to do videos on the squid, where they built like a whole suit of armor. They built a whole cage, and they had some really close encounters with the squid, which could have very easily torn them to shreds. So things like the giant squid, the coconut octopus, those things, definitely real. Probably the source of those stories. And
Yeah.
I'd say that, and probably like the Loch Ness monster. I know the Loch Ness monster is kind of like less of a cryptid, and it was definitely staged.
Mhm.
I
Like,
believe the
it's-
creator
it's
even
initial-
revealed how he did it, didn't he?
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah.
most of the initial like pictures and the story and legends that you hear like were definitely staged, and they were staged pretty well for the time, if you ask
Mhm.
me.
Yeah. They were.
But I definitely don't think that it's improbable that there could be like plesiosaurs
If we
in
found
large bodies of water.
if we found like a Loch Ness monster type thing in like the Amazon, I would not be surprised.
I
Bro,
truthfully would be.
Titanoboa, man.
Yeah.
Titanoboa.
Like if we found like a snake that like an anaconda the size of like Titanoboa, like just chilling in the Amazon somewhere, I would genuinely not be surprised because that shit is like, like the Amazon is like specifically like those kinds of places, or like I forget
Mhm.
the place in like South America where it's like really dense forest, but like some places are just so incredibly hard to like get to and discover things.
Mhm.
You very well could hide just big animals there, and it's not
You
difficult.
could,
Yeah.
but after 66 million years, I think they would have evolved
Well-
from
well,
being
I think-
whatever they looked like
yeah.
before,
I
in
think-
a lot of ways.
I think because like we're discovering species every day. It feels like because you'll turn
Yeah.
on like your TV and you'll be like, oh, this new primate was discovered. So we'll discover like new animals quite frequently. So I wouldn't be surprised if we found something and it would be almost similar to like what a cryptid would be. Also, by the way, everyone welcome Nuki to the podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna
I know
say he
he
just
just-
kind
I
of
know he
joined the
just kinda
call,
popped in.
went quiet, and then decided to monologue.
But yeah, you can welcome
Why,
him.
dog?
He hasn't been
You
on the
had me
podcast for a while,
monologue.
but he's back here with us again, Nolan. It's just a chaotic show, and I love it. We just have people jumping in and out. But also one thing I wanted to talk about, because I was seeing a discussion about this a while ago, is the idea of shorter and longer video games. As we get older, do you enjoy shorter or longer video games? Like, which one do you prefer?
Both, because I use them both for separate things. I
Okay.
have Destiny, for instance, as that is it's been for the past couple years my main game I play. And then every now and then I'll play another game like Blasphemous, which is a game I really, really like, or I'll play something like Project Zomboid, which I'm enjoying right now, or maybe even Valheim. These other little short games. You have a little fun.
Valheim was like 100+ hours.
Okay, but yes,
to
that's
complete.
because it's us. That's because it's us, Scully.
We spent so long on that game.
But you don't have to. You could do that a lot more efficiently than we did. We do not have to build a castle, and I'm trying to open Steam to see how many hours I have in Valheim alone.
Honestly.
God, more than I should. But so like we have, but that's just because we are the weirdos, you know. Elden Ring, like that was a long game, and like I really got into that. I put 160 hours into that one.
Have
Where
you
it
finished Elden
is-
Ring? Like, have you beat the game?
No, I'm not. I'm not there yet.
I'm
No.
glad because I haven't either.
I put 160 hours in, and I'm still not there yet. And remember, I also played about I think it was like 80 hours on the Xbox up in Maine.
Hmm.
Maybe not that many. Maybe like 60, but still.
I have a good amount of hours in that game, and I'm still dog shit at that game. I will not lie. I'm still really bad at Souls games, but I have a lot of fun in that game. I think, collectively, if I go through every single console that I own Doom Eternal on, I think collectively, I have more than 100 hours in that game alone. It's a shorter. It's not a short game, but it's like on the shorter
Yeah.
side. It's like probably like an 8-hour game probably. I'd probably rough estimate. But that game is so infinitely replayable and fun.
It does look like fun. I've only played a little bit of honestly. I've never been able to really get into it truthfully.
Doom Eternal.
Yeah, because when I first got it, I was really bad at PC controls, so I did not. And I would not either A, change the difficulty, or B, use a controller because someone was ragging on me for it, and I was like, I can't do it. So
Honestly, I can't get used to
Damn,
any of these
whoever was
controls.
ragging on you for it was a real jerk. I just gotta say.
They're just a
They
real
really
jerk
were.
in
You know-
the game.
Scully, I really hate them. I wonder who they were.
Yeah, that's such an asshole they sound
Ooh,
like.
what-
And so
jerk.
I couldn't get into the game. So even though I pre-ordered the game, I basically burned myself out of the beginning because of this boy ragging on me, and then I
That
never finished
asshole.
it.
I would definitely recommend for you to jump back into it. It is a phenomenal game. That is definitely like
I've jumped back into the multiplayer, and I've actually enjoyed that.
real.
the multiplayer. Oh yeah, I forgot there's multiplayer in that game. I have
Dude,
not
it's
played the
fun.
multiplayer,
It
I'll
really
be
is
honest.
fun. It's so fun because everybody wants to be the Doomslayer, so you just get to see I like the Revenant a lot, and you just get to spam so much annoying shit at the Doomslayer, and he's just running around like a freaking NPC. It's so much fun.
Dude, I've seen people like I've seen a little bit of clips of it. And I've seen like people who play as Marauders just like ruining people's days in that game. Just like being absolute menaces.
Oh, I love to. It's
Dude,
the best
Doom
thing.
is so fun. It's so good. I cannot wait for the third Doom, like the third Doom game to come out. That shit's gonna be amazing. I'm excited.
I have a question.
What's up?
Are you, or what are your guys' thoughts on Dark Tide 2?
I
Well, not
haven't
Dark
played
Tide 2. I'm sorry, Dark Tide.
it. I have
Dark
not played
Tide
it yet, but
2.
I am
Bro,
looking
I'm
forward
thinking
to it.
of whatever you call it.
You've played it, right?
No, but I'm
Mans
wouldn't-
is already ready for the sequel of the game that hasn't even been
Honestly.
released.
Bro, he's already ready for the
I was
sequel.
thinking of
It's a
Vermintide 2.
campaign game.
But Dark Tide, I am so ready, dog.
Yeah. So explain to me the premise of it. It's Warhammer, right? It's a Warhammer game.
It's a Warhammer essentially, but think of the game. What's the game? Left 4 Dead 2 kind of type zombie where you're just in it. You're more going from area to area, you're shooting, but it's also got a very in-depth melee thing, and you have a little bit of skills here and there. So it's not quite as bare bones as some of those older games. But
Okay.
you haven't played Vermintide, right?
No, I've not played Vermintide, but I really want
Vermintide.
to.
It's literally just Vermintide, but if you included guns.
Okay. All right. I'm definitely gonna give this game a check. Has it come out already?
It is out. It came out the first.
Hell yeah.
I'm just waiting for Scully or for Nuki to get it.
All right.
How much is it?
40.
Let me go find out. 40.
40.
Okay.
That's actually pretty good for a new game
Yeah.
to be coming
not
out.
A bad deal for
Yeah.
like a brand new game. Especially,
Sony.
especially since a lot of like major games come out, and like I've recently noticed that they're either like $60 or $70. Like,
Sony was the first ones to push this to do the $70 games.
I hate that shit. I went to go buy what is that game? Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh wait, Horizon Forbidden West, and that shit was $70 fucking for the.
And
PS5
when
version.
they were talking about some of the agreements they were doing with Microsoft or whatever, they were the ones that were complaining about unfair price gouging against them and whatnot.
Yeah.
Dog, I remember that had me weak.
If I have to pay $70 for a video game, like I better get like a free fucking. I better get free fucking something for that. You know, a little something on the side from the developer. I don't know.
Honestly, dog.
All right, so before before we end today's show, I wanted to jump into the questions we got from our audience. So, all right. So let's jump into some of these. So, let's start with our first one from. By the way, before I get into them, I already posted on the thing, but just to let everyone know who listens to this, if you use the /, I will not read your name out. It will be anonymous. Just to let you know. Just for people who didn't know. I don't know if they, making double checks. So, our first question here is from Sandra's Soupy account, and I fucking hate this question. It's what is your favorite marine animal or favorite deep sea animal? And I hate this question because I
Why?
fucking hate underwater shit. I hate that shit so much with a passion.
Man's so scared of his past, you forgot you evolved from a fish, bro.
Bro, I will tell you a story. So hold up. Like a year ago, I went on a cruise, and there was a thing that we had to do. We had to we were doing snorkeling or something. We were like scuba diving. That's what it was. We were scuba diving, and I was fine. Like the first, 5 or so feet, I was doing fine. I was like, wow, this is not bad. And I got lower and lower progressively, and I hit a point where I got to a certain depth in the water, and I looked up, and I saw how deep I was, and my monkey brain kicked in, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm not supposed to be down here, get the fuck back up. And I started freaking out. I was so afraid, I'm not supposed to be this deep underwater. I'm not supposed to be here. Someone get me out. Someone get me out. And I was so close to just ripping my shit off and drowning.
Mans was really reliving his days as a monkey on an island, dude.
That's exactly what it was.
God.
I was so fucking terrified. And I had to spend the rest of the time on the top of the water waiting for everyone else to finish.
Man's he got hit with the map boundary.
Plus, I don't like when we
out of bounds.
I don't like it when we see animals from deep, deep, deep underwater, because they're always some disturbing.
They scare me.
Lovecraft nightmare fuel.
Dude, when I was little.
What was that?
What were you gonna say, Skull? What were you saying?
Wait.
I was saying it's like in Battlefield where you have 10 seconds to return to Battlefield whenever you go to the edge of the map.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, return to Battlefield.
I remember.
Dude, when I was younger, my grandma used to get National Geographics, and whenever she was done with reading them, she would give them to us.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this massive collection. It wasn't really mine; it was more of a family's collection of National Geographics. And my favorite one, for some reason, one of these underwater, prehistoric reptiles, like the plesiosaurs and the molassosaurs and all those terrifying things. And they had these
molassosaurs.
Molassosaurs. I was gonna let
You've never heard of them, bro?
Man's making molasses.
Bro, she got that.
They're actually the slowest prehistoric. They're the slowest prehistoric underwater species
ever documented in the history of ever. But what were you saying before molassosaurus?
1 sec. Pretty fucking sure there is.
Oh, you might be
yeah,
right.
It's scientific name.
On you for no reason.
I'm pretty sure you're fucking
wrong.
wrong.
Scientific name is actually Aunt Jemima's molasses. That's the scientific name for it.
Oh my god! Almost as good as that dinosaur with 400 teeth.
Okay, so anyways, but they had these really amazing CGI renditions of these things. And that stuff, I loved it so much, but it scared the shit out of me. So, even to this day, I'm petrified of open water. I just cannot.
The fact that, if we've seen pictures of, giant squid.
That stuff scared Johnny so bad, he had to show it to me when I was young, too.
Yeah.
Just so I could experience it as well.
It's like when you watch SpongeBob, and it's that episode where they have, the zoomed in on the butterfly, and you get fucking scared because you didn't know this what a butterfly looked out so fucking close. Oh my god. But no, I've seen that picture where it's the giant squid underwater, and it's those long thin tentacles, and it's this stupid head, and it's terrifying to know that thing is 40 feet, especially when sitting next to a machine. I can't deal with that. I don't like the fact that that's living in the ocean somewhere, and we just can't see it.
Just terrifying.
It is terrifying because I wouldn't be surprised if a fucking a Cthulhu monster one day just erupted from the ocean. Just one day it decided, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired of everyone on land. I'm tired of everything. It's just done. It's gone. It's going. And it just erupts one day, and it's hey, You're all dying, and we all die because of it. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like, nope.
So what I think everyone is in conclusion here is that our favorite underwater sea animal is what is your guys' favorite underwater sea animal?
Honestly, I like cephalopods, like squids and
Cephalopods? Okay.
octopus.
Octopus?
They're
I-
really they're like, honestly, I don't even eat them anymore. Like, I don't like to get calamari or
I
anything
think
like
it's
that because
weird
like
to eat an animal that intelligent.
they're really smart. Like, yeah, like there are stories of, like divers that like they'll get to know, like, not very well obviously, but like the local like wildlife will get to know them to the point where like they'll be used to them. They'll come up to them because they'll know they have like little food for them or something, things like that.
Mhm.
Like they're pretty smart, and they can be aggressive, but like still, you know, who, I don't know. I just makes you feel like
I
a
just
better
can't stop
person.
thinking of The Boys season 3. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I fucking. Did you know? Speaking of the boys, with the squid, for some reason, because it reminded me. Did you know after octopus? I think it's octopus. After they have sex, the males will go up to like the nearest rock and they'll kill themselves by bashing their head into it.
What?
That's a real thing. That's not fake. I'm not making
I'm
this
pretty
up.
sure it's their gen. I know a lot of octopus stuff like after they reproduce, like their genetics basically they just die.
Mm-hmm. Like those,
But I didn't know about the bashing their head.
yeah, they will just off themselves. It's fucking hardcore. But what about you, Scully? What is your favorite underwater animal?
I don't know, man. I'd have to say octopus as well, but more for the calamari than their intelligence. I ain't gonna lie.
Horrible.
Hey man, if that's what you like, that's what you like, man. Can't deny. What about you, Nuki? What's your favorite underwater animal?
That's a. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was
Talking in
about to. I was
binary
about to
over
be like,
here.
whoa.
By the way, hold up. Not to interrupt. There is a dinosaur. It's not called molassosaur. It's called what is it? Fucking Elastosaur. Elabsmosaur.
Elasmosaurus? Okay. So we were
Elamsmosaur.
still. We were okay. So we were fine for clowning you for calling it Molassosaurus. Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
No. I am not taking back what I said to Johnny. I'm still gonna make fun of him for the molassosaurs.
Yo, if
I'm
I
still gonna
become a
key your car.
paleontologist and I find a dinosaur, the first thing I'm gonna name is Molassosaurus.
You know the first thing I'm gonna do if I ever get to name anything, regardless of what it is? The Phantom Wolf X.
Oh my god, that's a fucking deep. That's a mean cut. Oh my god,
Pretty funny. That is pretty funny.
that is funny, but fuck, hit hard.
You wouldn't take it back.
All right, my favorite animal is, I guess, the whale. Fuck. Let's get into the next question.
Whales are cool too.
Whales are cool. Whales are cool because they're so big and like. Have you ever heard about like how when whales, they'll protect humans if there's sharks nearby?
Yeah.
That shit's cool. I like that. They're like
And
actually
they're
like, good animals. I would not.
wholesome. They're giant, the biggest animal, and they're like actually not super crazy.
I also think it's
aggressive.
funny when you
Just
see
like me.
videos of like a whale, like a humpback whale, and they like jump in the air and they land on like a boat. Like I know that's
God.
fucked, but like that's also really funny.
Honestly, I don't think it's that funny. I think the fact that you
keep it real with you,
funny.
Chief.
I think the fact that you find that funny is pretty funny, but like I actually don't find that funny at all.
I think it's kind of funny. I just like to imagine that there's no one in the boat.
That could have gone so much worse. But you were about to say there, dog. I was
Oh
worried.
my
He was like, I
God.
just looked at
I'm
him.
not
I was like, oh no,
Who do you think I am, Kanye West?
dog. You just said you like to watch whales killing people.
And that sounds like a good place
wait.
to change the topic.
Oh yeah, but by the way, because we were talking about
Oh no.
we were talking about like sea monsters earlier. Cause like it reminded me talking about whales too. Did you ever hear about how like most likely like most sea monsters that were like identified as sea monsters, they were just most likely whale penises?
I've heard about that. I kind of don't buy it. I think there's other things people have seen,
It's so stupid.
like that giant fish people have claimed that could be what sea serpents are. I think that makes a lot more sense than just whale penises.
Yeah, I will agree to that. All right. So let's get
Jonah in the Bible just got eaten by a whale penis.
Or did he eat the whale penis?
Oh my,
I guess we'll never know.
Oh shit. Next question.
God.
Ali said Farina. She asks, and I quote, unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games but no games. I'm gonna alter it a little bit because I think what she meant to say was
Unlimited games, but
unlimited
no
games but no bacon. I'm gonna alter it a little bit. I'm sorry if that's not what you meant, but I'm just gonna alter it just to make it a little bit more interesting. So unlimited bacon but no games ever. Just I'm gonna take this at face value. No video games, no board games, no nothing. Or unlimited games, whatever your heart desires, it becomes real, but no bacon. Ever.
Dog,
I'm gonna
I can
have-
live without bacon.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know.
You
Seems kind of
made
easy.
it broken. You took the meta, the if or else meta, and you destroyed it, dog. You just no.
Here's
Who would
my-
choose bacon?
Well, hold
Who
up,
would
hold
choose
up,
bacon?
Hold up. Let me explain. Cause like, yeah, I can't personally eat a burger unless it really, and I can't really enjoy a burger unless it has bacon on it.
Okay,
So I
but
don't
can
know.
you enjoy life with like anything you want as long as you just don't eat a burger
I'm
anymore?
just trying
Like
to play
hell
devil's
yeah.
advocate here. I'm trying to defend
Dog,
the other
you
side. I agree with you.
Broke
But
it. You could have just
trying
had it, or
to,
no,
I'm
you could have just.
trying to play devil's advocate
Why don't you stick with the original question?
because
Because it made no sense.
it didn't make any sense.
No,
It was
well,
unlimited bacon but no games, or no games but no games. That's literally what it said.
why don't you have it? No, you can have all the games you want to play, but you can never have bacon again. That's what they probably meant.
That's what he.
That's what I
James
changed
said.
it to.
He literally said that. What do you mean?
So-
Oh, you are stupid.
man, he's
What
kind of a
the hell?
molassosaurus for that one.
No, no, sorry, I had my microphone flapping.
God. That's a molassosaurus.
It's a
type
molassosaurus
thinking right
kind of moment.
there.
All right. Let's get into our last question. Well, not question. It's more so of a hot take. Our last hot take for today. A good friend. He's been on the show before. Constant Rebrand, aka William.
Me.
Yeah. You.
Oh.
He
William?
comes in with- yeah. He's given us our hot take.
I was just doing like Homelander does when he sees Billy. William. You
He
see the
gives-
meme
But
where it's like
Seriously,
me when-
before we change the topic, sorry,
Yeah.
but seriously, before we change the topic, no, the question was you get no video games, but then James changed it to anything your heart desire becomes true. That's
I'm
totally
saying,
different.
I'm saying what game you want it, because whatever game you want will just become real.
any game you want. He said
any game. I got you.
God.
Oh my goodness, fucking molassosaurus.
Dude, I thought you said
over here.
anything. and I was like, this motherfucker really just broke the whole system. That makes no sense. Like, who would choose bacon?
Oh my gosh, whatever, fucking molassosaurus. Hot take from Constant Rebrand William. Endgame Thor is the best version of Thor we've seen. I'm gonna have to be for real. I'm gonna have to disagree. Specifically,
honestly.
Endgame version, I'm gonna have to disagree. I feel like there's a lot of missed potential in that one.
The
I
dad
feel-
bod.
I'm personally gonna say Infinity War.
Yeah, that's
Thor.
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Infinity War.
He's
Infinity
got like
War
the
is
right
best
balance
version.
of seriousness and comedy.
It really is.
He
Like
might not be technically as accurate, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, is that what he's trying to say? Maybe.
he?
No, he said Endgame.
Yeah, he said specifically Endgame. So I'm gonna take it at face value.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Because the
fair enough.
Thors are definitely very different.
because
between the two
you guys
films.
have you guys seen Love and Thunder yet?
Yeah,
What did you guys feel about it?
I didn't think it was as bad as everyone said. I
I
mean, it wasn't
agree.
the best Marvel
I didn't
movie,
think
but
it
I
was
thought
that
I was
great.
surprised
I
how
think it
good
was
it
kinda
was. It was pretty decent.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was
Yeah,
as
it was
bad
alright.
as
Thor
everyone
1 and
said it
2.
was. But I thought it was
Yeah,
okay.
but people were talking about it like it was as bad as
Bro,
Thor 2, like
people
Fog, like,
people were
yeah.
talking about that movie like that movie came to their house and like killed their dog and pissed on it. And I was like, go.
I was like, it's like
calm
people were
down.
exaggerating so much. Like, okay, like it wasn't even like all right.
I
it's just
get
kind of an average movie, I guess.
I
like,
get
I don't know.
I get the whole like the jokes were like most of the jokes I feel like weren't that funny. But like
But yeah, the jokes weren't funny, but the general message and the general like story were pretty decent.
yeah, that's how I feel about it. I think it was okay. I think it was perfectly fine. If I were to give
Yeah.
that movie a rating, it'd be like a 5 out of 10. It'd be
I'd say
just
6.
fine. But like Yeah, that's how I feel. But that's gonna be it for our show today, our chaotic, wild, fun show here at the Side of Sauce Productions. Nuki has already left, but of course we have me, Johnny, and Scully here rounding out. We're gonna say goodbye. That will be it. If you guys want to follow us on any social media, links in the description. If you want to have us talk about anything, either comment it down below or message me personally. And that'll be it for today. Bye bye.